Hey, welcome back to the pack. Excuse me, we're going to talk about some new AC Shadows gameplay coming out, which looks good. I got some thoughts. And then we're going to get into some more Assassin's Creed 3, because last night I was feeling it, man. Truly was feeling it. Felt really good. Missed that game. I know. I need to beat Ronan. Get that. But when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And so we're gonna play some AC3. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And we're gonna be doing some drinking. Local distillery, Brown's Brewing Company. An oatmeal stout, that's what we got on the docket tonight. But anyway, we're about to get into it. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So the first thing on the docket tonight is to look at some Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay, courtesy of Joe Raptor. Now, I've told you all before, not a huge fan of his because of, like, I had, you know how they say first impressions mean everything. Well, my first impression with him, I had said something, a couple other people had said something, and his attitude, I guess, towards or with his response was unappreciated. He presents with like this air of arrogance, like, I have this information and therefore I'm better in some sort of way. I'm sure that's not what he thinks. Or maybe he does. I don't really know the guy. Don't really care. But he does get access to certain things. Leaks and maybe things that are given to him via Ubisoft. But let's look into some of this. So, new Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay. I wish I actually had like a wide capture of this, but I don't. I don't know where else to get it. So this is what I have. Yeah, see that we're at full screen. So, anyway, we're gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. It's pretty long, I think. Yeah, it's pretty long. So, I'm gonna share my thoughts, but first, cheers. I don't usually like. Oh my god. No, I don't want to upgrade. I don't even want this open. Shouts to Brown's Brewery, local distillery here. This is the oatmeal stout. So smooth, delicious. We're gonna sip on that all night. So I've already watched some of this, and I will say that it looks really good. I would even go as far as to say, like, they copied Ghost of Tsushima. Hey, Shell. Cheers. Yes, indeed. Cheers. They copied Ghost of Tsushima, which, listen, the greatest form of flattery is imitation, right? So they've decided to go from what they had before to what they're going to have in March, which they still got time, a couple more months, 3 more months before this game releases. to really fine tune these things. But this already looks good. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and we're going to watch a little bit. Okay. Okay.
Work together.
Okay, so right off the bat, a couple of things. Well, that is not what I meant to do. Fuck off. So right off the bat, do I not have that bar anymore? What the hell? Thank you. I don't know where that tracker bar went. So right off the bat, we have, you can see his katana is already turning red, right? Which means this is going to be an unblockable, or if you get hit by it, you're going to get staggered, which is exactly what happens. So it goes and blocks, and now Yasuke is staggered. He also loses health. You can see the health bar in the bottom left there. Okay. Sparks almost looks like it's coming out of his body as opposed to the katana, but that's where contact was made. So another point of contact, so the guy blocks your attack. They change stance. Blue means it's parryable. You'll be able to parry this and perhaps stagger them. Not a new system. I think it's very bright, which is, visual indicators are good. Don't get me wrong. Visual indicators are good, but it's very bright, very bright. So now he's staggered, and this is a moment where he turns yellow, not chicken, but he turns yellow, which means extra damage can be done here either to armor or critical chance. And since he has no armor, it's a critical strike.
Work together.
So you see how the movement's really slow? The stepping is really slow. This looks very different from some of the other Assassin's Creed games, the RPG games that we've seen. It's very, very slow in comparison. It's very intentional. So you can see the armor breaks, the Naginata, good area of effect. By the way, I heard that Ubisoft was able to, with their new Anvil system, accommodate, what was it, 100,000 particles active at one moment. So you could see up to, like, let's say 100,000 leaves moving, floating in the air, not attached to a tree or anything, but floating in the air, blowing with the wind simultaneously. Which you can see happening right here, a whole bunch of leaves. So now we have Naue, the Kurosagama, which is, I wish there was a wide view of this. There has to be another video, because what's his face? Me? No, I don't want that. Big changes, but he doesn't show it there. I'm pretty certain he had a video that was in a different form than the shorts. Let's see. New AC Shadows combat. It was on his other channel. That was my mistake. It was on his other channel. The audio's only in one ear. Why? Oh, you know what I think it was? The quality also looks really bad because I think he was getting these off of Twitter or TikTok or something like that. What's also nice to see, though, is that we can actually see the UI. The UI is simple. It's no different than some of the other UI that we've seen. We've got healing, which I'm sure is like some resolve here, some adrenaline. We got the katana, a whistle, I'm assuming. And you press left, that looks like a destination, a point of interest, and a pathway to it. So you probably press that button, and similar to Ghost of Tsushima, the wind kind of guides you to where it is. On the other side, these are your abilities. God, the audio is very uncomfortable. Hearing it only in my left ear.
Work together.
So we saw this. We can skip ahead. This is a much stronger enemy. You can see his armor here. Naoe, much faster. She slips on the ice, so the environment matters for grip. Slips on the ice, still able to block. Did his body slide? Look at his body slide. Hold on, I'm gonna playback speed 50%. Nice kick. Look at his body. It just slides. That's so funny. Put the katana away. Okay, this looks a little better. So one thing to note, the reach of the Kurosagama has now damaged all of this, including the flag. And you'll see in another move, while it's lying on the ground, the Kurosagama still cuts it. It's still an active, interactable object in the world. You can see also, after she swipes this, apples fly. Those ones roll away. And I think they either disappear because of the distance or they just disappear entirely. But you could still see a bunch of the vegetation or vegetables and stuff and fruit are sprawled across the ground. And honestly, this scene looks kind of nice. A very big open market. I don't know if it would have had this much stuff out, but very big, very bold. It doesn't, honestly, it doesn't look bad. And the combat looks good too. So here's the move, watch. Now you can see the flag was actually cut. And look at the animation when she's starting to put it away. Another little detail. This is what old Ubisoft used to do. Little details, little details. Watch as she starts putting it away. She's starting to wind it like she's putting it around a hook or something. Look at this. Right? She throws off the blade, and then here we go. See how she's... I like that. Very agile. You can see also all the debris, the leaves kicking up, the sand, the dust. Like there's so it. These are the little details that add to the immersion. You know what I'm saying? These are the details that matter. This is looking more like an old school Ubisoft game, not so much action adventure, still RPG, but the attention to detail is important. Like, I'm feeling better about the gameplay itself. I don't like what they did. I don't like how they have ignored a lot of the criticisms, but the combat, the graphics, the little details, the environmental seasonal operations like wind, snow, whatever it may be, these are all looking much better. It looks like it's going to play like a very good game. This I am happy about. You can see that they still have the same Navi bar as they always have. I hope this story is good though. What I do know, or at least what I've heard, is that you can play very similarly to how Valhalla did, where you could play female, male. Like you can choose to pick one of these two, and you could choose to have the choice of dialogue, or you could play straight through as the game was intended. There's a version called canon. So in Valhalla, even though you still had the choices, there wasn't really any choice. Let's be honest. You can make these choices, and what was the end result? What really mattered? What really mattered was whether or not your brother Sigurd had stayed back or come home with you. Like that was really the ending, which wasn't much, if you ask me. Like that was completely irrelevant. In here, apparently some of the choices you make are going to matter. I don't know to what extent. Honestly, I don't really care. But what I do care about is that they added a canon mode. So you don't have to worry about making choices. You don't have to worry about what character you're going to play. It is going to be chosen as intended, which is what you used to get in the old games, where you had a singular story, a singular narrative that they were trying to tell. That is what I'm excited about. They added that. I don't know if they added that late, if they added that recently. I don't know if they added that a while ago and it's just new information to us. But that is what I'm excited about. Tell me an Assassin's Creed story. Don't let me choose. There is a whole lore behind this. And if you give player a choice, then you're taking away from the established lore. And that's what they've done. So I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but little details matter. And I say little details matter because that is how Ubisoft used to make these games, where the little details mattered. I'm just looking at the environment. There's a haystack, which makes sense because you have the synchronization point here, so you would very likely jump off and dive into this. This looks like an entrance to some home or a dojo.
Never underestimate an Egon.
Never underestimate a what?
Never underestimate an Egon.
An E-gun? Is that what she said? Naginata. This looks beautiful. I don't know how legitimately accurate it is, but it looks beautiful. You got the rice fields out here. Great reflections. Again, this is on their new Anvil engine. This is not Unreal. This is their new Anvil engine. And it's looking great. And this is it being compressed multiple times, compressed by whatever it was launched on, which might have been Twitter, and compressed by YouTube. So it's double compression here. Even this area, this just looks like a backyard to a little pond. And it looks really good. Yo, he just took that blade like it was nothing. So, all in all, I think what Ubisoft is doing here to improve things, I think they're doing a good job. If we look up that was 7 days ago. Oh, look at this. Okay. This was from 3 months ago. I wanna take a peek at the difference here. First of all, the movement here, the parkour looks choppy as fuck. Okay, they need to smooth that out big time. It's very choppy. Again, it's very choppy. Like, it doesn't look smooth. See, this looks very much like the other RPG games, right? It looks very cool. But it doesn't look as smooth as the gameplay we just saw. Look how bad that is. They need to fix this. That looks fine. Look at this. What is that? That is so bad. I'm not even kidding. That's so bad. It's so noticeable. You know what they should do? Pause. Just pause the name of the castle. Fukuchiyama. Yeah, Fukuchiyama Castle. It's an actual castle. But look at how bad that is. This is what in football, American football, we used to call a bucket step. When you go to step forward, but before you take your first step forward, you plant yourself with a step backwards. This is a wasted move. Here, what they should have done is just have her stop, pause, squat, and then jump. Simple animation. Instead, she's bucket stepping. She's bucket stepping and sliding her foot. Slide. That's not how parkour works, man. Looks beautiful, man. Like, you heard me say it when I played Assassin's Creed 3 last night. Ubisoft knows how to make a good-looking game. They know how to make a good-looking game. That guy took way too long to shoot. Okay, look at this combat. Look how sloppy that is, okay? I say it's sloppy because that's the same combat as you find in Odyssey, and I would even say somewhat Valhalla. But if you look at the other, look at that one, and then new AC Shadows combat, right? You look at that one, and then you look at this.
You are a fight.
Not that. And then you look at this. Look at this. Look at how clean and powerful the moves are. It's not wasted motion. This looks like Ghost of Tsushima with an Assassin's Creed flair. Look at the blocks, look at the parries, the slow-mo on the parries. The good dodge, oh my god. Like, okay, now go back to this. Now go back to this. Look at the stark difference, man. Look at the stark difference. Isn't that incredible? What?
Did your
Literally
father ever
an
tell you
extra
why my
month.
bones ache in the weather?
An extra month does.
War.
Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy. They talk of peace and dream of war.
Who is that?
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now. Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
People so quick to abuse their power do not deserve to keep it.
There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
You can see when two people.
Do they show the combat? Yeah, let's go quickly to the combat here. Look at how different this combat looks. This is very reminiscent of Odyssey. Look at the blocking and the miniature sparks. Just look at that again. Just look at that again. Let's go back a little bit more. I'm sorry, but look at that blocking there and look at the blocking here. Look at the blocking here. You see how he, like, even Yasuke, look at this. He's actually blocking. And you can see that he's physically affected by the block. He's knocked back a little bit. Like, there's weight. There's actual weight. It's crazy. It's crazy what just a few months can do. Or a few weeks, I should say, because it's supposed to launch in November, I believe. Anyway, absolutely wonderful job so far in the new combat. A little excited about it. But that being said, okay. I have shared my thoughts. I feel as though they are making progress and we still have till March. They could make a triumphant turnaround on this thing. I hope they do, because I don't want this series soiled. It's already soiled. The name is already soiled. It already is not doing well as a consequence of the actions that they have taken. I hope they can fix it. Change some of the things that were criticized by the Japanese people. Don't listen to Americans. Listen to the Japanese people. Focus and fix those things. And then I think we got ourselves a good game. Anyway, we're going to get back into Remastered. AC3 Remastered. Where we ended up was our last mission, getting our last partner. By the way, these things are freaking cool. This was the prototype. Check it out. I remember seeing this way back in the day. Again, prototype. 2010. Connor was, I don't even think Connor was really Native American yet. I mean, he had the clothing, but The UI looked very, very different. But they showed off some of the new mechanics that they wanted to implement. So, before this game, you couldn't climb trees. There's no hunting. There's nothing like that.
We are in desperate need of replenishment to our mercury supply. Can you help us?
That doesn't exist, by the way. This never entered the game.
I am George Washington. Is there more salt ration for today? No.
Oi, mate. Want to sit for a round? Quietly. Follow me. He's marching for Saratoga, due east of here. He left 3 hours ago. The man's a bloody butcher. Women, children, anything in his path. You must bring him down.
Again, all concept. Parkour looked way clean. So they did that so they could show off the fact that you can skin animals. Jumped off a body, can't do that, by the way. Showed the effect of walking in deep snow, which is a feature. But jumping on a body that's floating down the river, yeah, that doesn't exist. Also, the branches, I don't think bend like that, if I recall correctly. But this traversal was completely new. The rope dart. This still exists. You can actually jump down. Connor, and honestly, this is I truly feel this. I feel like Connor, oh my god, that's so clean. I feel like Connor is one of the best fighters of all the assassins. He might not be one of the best assassins, but he's definitely one of the best fighters, if not the best. So cool. So they took that out of the game, the scalping. Which, in all honesty, they should not have taken that out of the game. I think having scalping in there would have been a great feature, but they felt it was too brutal. Well, from what I recall, they felt it was too brutal and would paint a bad picture of the Native Americans. That's what I heard. Truth be told, in Valhalla, they had the Blood Eagle. Didn't show the process. You heard the process, but you saw the after effects. So, just saying, Blood Eagle. But they felt it was a little too insensitive to have the scalping. Whatever. I don't agree. I think they should have had it. Instead of having a feather, you bring scalps. All right, we're gonna continue. Cheers. just my opinion. Okay, we're on the last mission and getting our last cohort. They should make a side game spin-off for just Hatham. The book was so good. The book was incredible.
State your business.
New recruit.
More kindling for the pyre, eh? Well, go on then.
How'd you manage that?
Did you forget, sir? My commission is with General Braddock. When I'm not attending to you, of course.
Stop looking at me, Lee. Look ahead. Eyes ahead.
Pitcairn, you fool! Your acts are treacherous. Give me one good reason I shouldn't kill you right now. Were you planning to announce yourself, or did you hope my men wouldn't notice your arrival?
If you'll allow me to explain.
Oh, by all means. I should like very much to hear this.
I have not deserted, sir. I am here under Commander Amherst's orders.
Show me a letter bearing his seal, and you might be spared the gallows.
I have no such thing. The nature of my work, sir, it's
It's the sort of thing best not put to paper.
Hatham.
General Braddock?
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Wolves often travel in packs.
Master Pitcairn won't be here for but a few weeks. I shall return him to his proper post once our work is finished.
Thank you for the follow. I
devil's
appreciate
work,
it.
No doubt. It's bad enough my superiors have insisted I grant you use of Charles. But they said nothing about this traitor. You'll not have him.
Edward, listen to reason.
We're done here. See these gentlemen out.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
And to think I used to call him brother.
What now? They'll chase us off if we try and return.
We're done with this camp. And as luck would have it, so are they. Come along.
What are you planning?
To steal Master Pitcairn.
What?
You'll see. Now, when I give the signal, you're to distract Braddock's patrol and lure them into a dead end.
When I say, though...
Where shall we head next?
perhaps down Marlborough.
No. Its residents are too content. Their homes are nice, their days untroubled.
What of Lynn or Ship Street?
Yes. Those fresh arrived are often soon in dire straits. They're more likely to seize upon an opportunity to fatten their purses and feed their young.
Come on, get up. Thank you. The tailing is so easy. Like, there's no one up on the roofs whatsoever.
Now!
Will you do something, please? Thank you. Jeez Louise, Lee.
Oi! You thieves and scoundrels, one and all! Fie on you and your false war! After him!
Am I wrong? Didn't they see him with Hatham?
Unhand him, Edward.
You again.
Yep.
Let us go.
His eye.
And John Pitcairn with us.
I will not have my authority challenged.
Nor I.
Put them all in chains.
Don't mess with me, Braddock. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the snitches. Don't really care, honestly. I honestly don't really care about that one too much. I've done it in the past, but don't care to get that one.
hand today because you were once my brother, and a better man than this. Or should our paths ever cross again, all debts will be forgotten. You're free now, John.
Traitor! Go on then. Join them on their fool's errand. And when you find yourself lying,
I assume you've good reason for causing all this madness. What is it you require of me?
I'll explain everything on the way.
Yeah, I think they screwed up some of the visuals when it came to this remaster. The lighting looks better, but the textures are completely bleh, muddy. Everybody looks like they're made of clay. The clothes look good, but people look like they're made of clay, which isn't good.
If I may, I was curious about your past with Braddock. You two clearly have a history.
Edward was one of us upon a time, and I considered him a close friend. He was brave and bold in ways few men are. But everything changed at the siege of Bergen op Zoom. We had lost the fortress to the French, and were in the midst of egress. There was a skiff hidden at the port with which we planned to make our escape. As we drew near, a young man and his family came upon us, begging for safe passage. I consented, but Edward refused. The young man called him Craven then. So Edward killed him and all the rest.
What a barbarian.
Even the children. To this day, I don't know why. Was this the first time he'd struck out? Or had I simply never seen it before? Either way, things were never the same after that. We campaigned together a few more times, but each outing was more disturbing than the last. He killed and killed. Enemy or ally, civilian or soldier, guilty or innocent. It mattered not. If he perceived one to be an obstacle, they died. He maintained that violence was a more efficient solution. It became his mantra. And it broke my heart.
I had no idea.
He hides it well, and intimidates into silence any who discover him. Those who persist have a tendency to find misfortune.
And we should stop him.
I suppose
In
you're
time.
right.
In time.
But I maintain a foolish hope that he might yet be saved and brought back round to reason. I know. It's a silly thing to believe
Yeah, a little
that one
bit.
so drenched in death might suddenly change.
I'm sorry to have brought this up. It was not my intent to sour you.
Nonsense. We are brothers now. There should be no secrets between us.
I hope you and the General find a way to patch things up.
Nah, it won't happen.
This business with Silas confuses me. If Britain stands any chance of pushing back the French, they must ally with the natives, not enslave them.
Silas is loyal only to his purse. That his actions harm the crown is irrelevant. So long as there are buyers for his product, he'll continue to procure it.
All the more reason to stop him, then.
My days are spent in Congress with the locals, attempting to convince them that we're the ones they should trust. that the French are merely using them as tools.
Hello,
to be
Karen, by the way.
once they've won.
Your words must lose their strength when held against the reality of Silas' actions.
I've tried to explain that he does not represent us. But he wears the red coat. He commands a fort. I must appear to them either a liar or a fool. Likely both.
Take heart, brother. When we deliver them his head, they'll know your words were true.
I hope you're right, Hatham.
Yeah, me too.
So, a question for you. Why medicine?
I'm supposed to tell you I care for my fellow man, right?
But he doesn't.
That I
Not at all.
chose this path because it allows me to accomplish the greater good.
Are these things not true?
Perhaps. But that's not what guided me, no.
No, it's
For
the money.
me, it was a less abstract thing. I like money.
There are other paths to fortune.
But what better ware to peddle than life? Nothing else is as precious nor so desperately craved. And no price is too great for the man or woman who fears an abrupt and permanent end.
Your words are cruel, Benjamin.
But true as well.
Yep,
You
very
took
true.
an oath to help people. Did you not?
I abide the oath, which makes no mention of price. I merely require compensation. Fair compensation.
I mean, he's cruel in his own
My
way.
services.
And if they lack the required funds?
Then there are others who will serve them. Does a baker grant free bread to a beggar? Does the tailor offer a dress to the woman who cannot afford to pay? No. Why should I?
You said it yourself. Nothing is more precious than life.
Indeed. All the more reason one should ensure they have the means to preserve it.
I mean, I just want to point out, like, is this not true to some extent? You know what I'm saying?
I've some ledgers to review. Do you mind if we speak later?
It's not completely inaccurate. Okay.
Gentlemen, I believe I found the solution to our problem. Or rather, Odysseus has.
How do you? Are you a new guy?
The Greek hero, you lobcock. Allow me to explain.
Stupid.
We enter Silas' fort, under the pretext of kinship. Once inside, we spring our trap, free the captives, and kill the slaver.
Dodgy, dodgy. I like it.
Then, let us begin. First, we need to find ourselves a convoy.
All right. Don't like the whole climbing bit.
Convoy
Ali?
should be here soon. We'll attack on my signal.
Understood, sir.
If we time this right, we can catch them all unawares.
For the best race. Let us worry about the details while you get down to business.
What the hell is this?
A thousand pardons, sirs. Seems we've had ourselves an unhappy little accident.
Get it sorted, and quickly.
Of course, my lord. At once.
Hurry up now.
We're trying.
My patience is wearing thin.
Whoops. Let's reload. No? You won't let me reload, huh? It's okay.
Charles, you and Williams serve as vanguard. Let no man reach us.
What about me?
You and John will follow from a distance and keep watch over us. I'll signal you when I have need of your services. We're here to help you, along with those held inside Southgate Fort.
Free me.
Not until we're inside the gate. I can't chance an inspection of the gate going wrong. I'll see you safe. You have my word.
They make love.
Do you know anything of Silas' operation? How many men we might expect? The nature of their defenses? You must be rather important to him if you were given your own escort.
Sir, we've enemies ahead. Shall I engage them?
No. Let Jonathan and Thomas take care of it.
As you wish.
I wish you'd trust us. Though I suppose it's only natural for you to be wary. So be it.
I like how no one's holding the reins. Like, even up front, no one's holding the reins. So silly.
Where is Lieutenant Jones? What's the meaning of this?
Take him out, boys.
Engage the enemy.
I love how they just all are able to climb. Yet, I doubt they have any previous training.
Let no man reach us!
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
And those guys up there, they didn't see any of this. Do they have poor eyesight?
Aha! Bringing fresh meat, eh? Come here. I want to take a look.
On your guard, men.
Of course.
Only say the word, and I'll cut them down.
Are you new? Who's your officer?
Engage the enemy.
Looks like you're to meet the Reaper.
Oh my god. Absolutely annihilated them.
All clear.
I don't get that kind of help. Ever. It's so funny they use the assassin logo. Like, they truly lead you to believe that you're an assassin. And those guys at the gate didn't see any of this? What literally happened right around the corner? They saw nothing.
Hold!
Evening, gentlemen.
State your business.
Delivery for Silas.
Go on then.
See? I'm freeing you just as I said I would. Now, if you'll allow me to explain. Let her go.
But she'll give us away.
No, she won't.
What's the plan?
Free the captives and avoid detection.
What of Silas?
He dies.
Facts.
Like no
Dude's
one
cruel.
ready to strike.
All right, this was not easy. Can't really whistle there. Well, how come when I whistled before, they didn't hear me? I'm so confused. See, this is the mission that confused the hell out of me the first time I played it. Because I'm like, how, like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Because that's truly the best spot to get that done. Did you see the first whistle did nothing? And all of a sudden the second whistle, it's like it gets both of their attention? It says from a corner spot. It looks like I already did it. But I want to get all three. Yikes. Let's see if I can get him. without being seen. I can. Don't need that out. Okay, so I got that. Now all I have to do is worry about freeing the captives, and that's it.
Who have we got then?
What are you talking about?
Prisoners. Who are they?
Prisoners? There are no prisoners.
You know who I mean. The fellas we caught.
They do not exist. Understood? And if they did exist,
Stop
we would
slouching,
not
soldier.
acknowledge them.
Beg pardon?
There
I said
are no
stop
prisoners.
slouching.
Ah,
Who
yes,
are you
of
to tell
course.
me what to
My
do?
mistake.
A good friend of Mr. Thatcher's.
Oh, I see. My apologies.
Take care with your tongue in the future.
Certainly, sir. Upon my honor.
I don't want to whistle because that guy's right there. But once he comes back here, I'll get him. I could get him right there and no one would see. But it's better to put him into cover. So let's do that. Okay, they're free too. I don't trust that small grass there. I knew I should have done it in tall grass. Oh well. He died of a heart attack. That's all. He died of a heart attack. Promise. That's all it was. Go back to what you were doing. I wanted to move the body, but it won't let me. Now I need to get on that boat. Yeah, I think it's safer to do it over here. Just need to wait. Right now, let's go all the way around. Kind of scope things out. All right. So I have to go up. No. I don't know why you're doing that. I want you to go on here, but you won't let me. So let's go up here. Biggest issue with this game is parkour. You don't have nearly as much control as you would want. Alright, so this guy, if I can take him out. That was not my intention. I was aiming at the other guy. I was aiming at the other guy. The guy who was walking, I was aiming at him. I do need to take this guy out. Damn it. So if I don't, then he'll see me as I take out the other guy. Like I said, I always hated this mission. gonna say I'm way out of sight, dude. What? Was it that loud? I don't get it. I'm so confused. That's never happened before. All right, don't do that. Gotta be careful of those guys. See, I could probably take him out there. I can certainly take him out there. There we are. That worked out better.
An hour of quiet was all I asked. Instead, I'm awakened not 10 minutes later by this cacophonous madness. I expect an explanation, and it had best be good. How? How did this happen? My precious merchandise set free? It's unacceptable! Rest assured, I'll have the heads of those responsible, but first we clean up this mess! Seal the fort, kill any who try to escape. I don't care if they be one of us or one of them. To approach the gate is to be made a corpse. Am I understood?
Push them back!
Go on, Heath. We'll hold back the guards while you deal with Silas. Like these. No wonder. I'll deal with this, sir. Where did you receive your training? Did you receive any training?
What? What is happening? Like, I can't even stop that. Like, I couldn't hold anyone. See, there I could do it.
Stop the interloper! Kill
Glad to
the
have you with
intruders!
me.
All
I
of
could
them!
use some help.
I'll fillet you like a cod. He's the one responsible. Kill him!
The Order stands united.
Kill the intruders! All of them!
Shut up, Braddock.
Who are you? Name's Hatham Kenway. You don't know me, but I believe the two of you are well acquainted.
I made a promise to you, Silas. One I intend to keep.
Oh my god, didn't even give him a chance to talk. He's just gone. Brutal. We're not even opened up to the game yet, by the way.
What happens now?
We wait. And not for very long, I suspect.
Yeah, they didn't even give me an option to use a body. So, it's whatever. Before we finish the game, we might, just to get the 100% sync ending.
It's been several weeks
I'll
now
go back.
since we freed the Mohawk prisoners from captivity. I had hoped their leader might make contact, but there's been only silence. My men grow restless. They want to know what comes next, and I do not have an answer. Lee alone remains active, pursuing leads, however slight. He stalks the city streets and scouts the bordering woods, hopeful that he might make contact with one of those we saved. There was a woman there that night. It was she who helped the others to safety. If we can find her, I believe I'll have my answers. So, I watch and wait, hopeful that my true mission might finally begin.
And we can get all the pages later. Ha, 'tis winter time.
Hello, Charles. Any luck finding our mystery woman?
Word is she's been stirring up trouble just outside the city in a town called Lexington.
Well, then that's where we'll begin our search. I'll meet you there.
Okay, off we go. Wait, let's pet the animal, because we're good-natured human beings. All right. We shall ride there. Out of my way. Excuse me, kid. Get out of my way. I'll do what I need to not raise suspicion.
All the news and much more in
There we are. So cool, man. Looking at some of these buildings, it's so cool. See, this is this is a time period. Okay, I understand that we live in a very privileged society. Okay, we have so much at our fingertips, but look how cool and quaint and very basic this was. I like this. Things are more authentic. They were built by your hands. I don't know. Something about it, man. I love it. Okay, we can open her up a little bit here. Whoa. You guys almost made me run into you. There's a viewpoint. We're gonna get all that with Connor. We're not gonna do that with Haytham. That way we can continue to explore again. Have some fun. Although Haytham is, in my opinion, a far better character. Ooh, a bakery. We went off the beaten path. That's okay. We're right back on it. And out we go. Yes. That loading was great. Nice and short. Hey, get out of here. Don't have to worry about hunting yet. Haytham could hunt, but he doesn't need to. Look Look how cool these locations are. Enter the hunting region. Lot of popping. This is the site of one mission. Gotta climb to the top and assassinate someone from up there. Having well, it looks like we kind of went the wrong way. Having world music was a big plus in the newer games. Why, hello. I brought a horse, but it looks like you got me one anyway.
Have you found her?
She's made camp not too far from here.
Excellent. Well, the sooner we're done, the sooner we can get out of this cold.
I am afraid I have some bad news, sir.
Oh?
Braddock is insisting I return to service under him. I've tried to beg off, to no avail.
No doubt he's still angry about losing Pitcairn. To say nothing of the shaming we gave him. Do as he asks. In the meantime, I'll work on having you released.
I'm sorry for the trouble.
Not your fault.
Just like Rogue, they lead you to really appreciate these guys.
We're too late.
Fire's only just been snuffed. Snow recently disturbed. She's close.
Bollocks.
These tracks are fresh. They must be hers. Seems she took to higher ground. Out of the snow and into the trees.
God. Running through this. Such a pain. I hate snow.
Wait here. Oh, damn it. Wait! Come back! You return to Braddock, Charles, before he grows suspicious. I can handle things from here.
But, sir!
But nothing! Go! Stop running! I only wish to talk! I am not your enemy! Please just hear me out! Gods, woman! Only let me speak!
Anyone else? Yeah, he can't do it. I think she was up here, right? She went to higher ground. I died by wolf. I let him kill me. Restart me at the checkpoint.
You try my patience, woman!
He doesn't do it, man. He just doesn't do it.
Are you touched in
Hey,
the head?
Fergie.
Me, Haytham.
How are you, buddy?
I come in peace.
Why are you speaking so slow?
Sorry.
What do you want?
Well, your name, for one.
I'm Gadzit Zio.
Pleased to meet you. Gadsdi.
Just call me Zio.
Dio.
Zio.
Dio.
Now tell me why it is you're here.
I'm doing too.
Where did you get this?
Played a
I'm an
little
old
bit of
friend.
this last night and I had
I've
to
only seen
get
such
back into
markings
it.
in one other place.
Where?
Well, it is forbidden for me to speak of it.
I saved your people. Does this mean nothing to you? Look, I am not the enemy.
Close to here, there is a hill. Meet me there, and we'll see if you speak the truth.
Concizio. That's not how I would have pronounced it, but...
That town hosts soldiers who seek to drive my people from these lands. They're led by a man known as the Bulldog.
Edward Braddock.
You know him?
He is no friend of mine.
Certainly
Every
not.
day, more of my people are lost to men like him.
Then I suggest we put a stop to it. Together.
What do you propose?
That we kill Edward Braddock. But first, we have to find him.
That's how, I mean, that's how every event has been, you know?
I
You
don't
have to
trust
go
you.
get candy?
I know.
Yeah.
Yet you remain.
That I might prove you wrong.
It will not happen.
So you say.
So I know.
Yet, I remain.
Yeah, I feel ya. I mean, that's how it is with every event, you know? Am I 100 and no longer need the candy, but I still can't help yourself? You overindulger, you. Good games last night. It kind of sucked that we were...
Wait here.
That we couldn't mix up the
Mohawk
teams, you
is
know?
likely to raise suspicions.
if not muskets.
This is hardly the first time I've been amongst your people. I can handle myself.
I hope so.
I was having fun for a while, but when the teams didn't get mixed up, I was like, eh.
Can't stand being quartered there. The endless crashing of the waves, the sting of the salt in my eyes, and the goddamn gulls shrieking and shitting everywhere.
You're sure that's where we're going?
Aye. The Bulldog's putting together another expedition.
That's what they're calling them now. Expeditions.
Aye. Smart too. Slap a fancy name on something and all evil is excused.
We won't let you in for like an hour? That sucks. Yeah. I just wish my team split up, you know? If they had split up a little bit more, we could have, you know, had some more interesting games.
I hear tell the French are readying to move on our positions. Wonder what Braddock intends to do about it.
He's already left for the advance camp. I'll wager our little holiday here is just about ended. We'll be marching south before week's end.
This is where we have a nice little bar fight.
Oi! Where you going, Cully?
Me?
No, the other cock Robin.
Well, I was leaving.
Oh? And now?
Well, now... I'm going to feed you your teeth.
And you were worried I was going to be the problem?
Oh, Tio. Ow. Stack like that with good players. And there really is no reason to be partied unless you want to play with certain friends, I suppose. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Here. This should stop the bleeding.
That wasn't necessary. But thank you.
We should move on. Meet me at Braddock's camp when you're ready.
But it's okay. Like, I was having fun trying, but then it stopped being fun. So I just left. But I didn't get mad or nothing. Just got bored. I'm constantly losing. Also, there really is a stark difference between in the connection between Quest and PlayStation. Like, stark difference. It's pretty bad. I was gonna ask Sean about that, but he's already got a lot on his plate. The next beta is gonna have a lot. Well, that wouldn't be safe to go over. All right, let me steal a horse real quick. You want to design maps? Go for it. Talk about being busy, you know? You certainly will be busy with that. Blender. Start with Blender. I would say ask Titch to help, but I mean, he could teach you. But there are plenty of different tools and stuff, YouTube videos and stuff to teach you the basics. But that's where you would start, is Blender. Not saying that because that's what we use on a regular basis, but that's literally what the Alva team uses. The Alva team will use Blender, and then they'll import it into Unity. My horse can't cross that. You know what might be I don't want to say a little easier, but you know what also might be interesting to try to get into is animation, like putting whatchamacallit, I cross the water here, I can. Putting skeletal structures on characters. That way you can get characters and get them all aligned with their skeletal structure to work within the game. And then we can get more avatars. All right, I need to go up this way. All right, he doesn't want to go that way. All right. And we'll just dismount here. It's all right. Once you learn it and practice it, all you have to do is practice it. You're not going to be good at it right away.
Use the snowstorm to mask your approach.
Oh, this is a good mission. This one was fun.
Having second thoughts?
Hardly. But I'll have to approach this carefully.
Go on then. I'll keep watch from here.
I can hide in that cart.
What's in the wagon? I need a full inventory.
As you wish. Let's see. 2 barrels of salt, 12 pounds pork, 10 pounds beef, 7 dozen eggs, 16 wheels of cheese. None of it French, don't worry. 5 bottles of whiskey, a couple dozen new uniforms.
That would be cool.
Leather for patching, blankets, a cart feed for the horses. What else? That's it. That's all there is.
Those cannons are like to cause trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
Good news. General Braddock refused the offer. There will be no truce.
Damn it! Why, George? What reason did he...
Drew too much attention.
Those cannons are like to cause trouble. Perhaps I could sabotage them.
General Braddock refused the offer. There will be no truce.
Damn it! Why, George? What reason did he give?
He said a diplomatic solution was no solution at all. That allowing the French to retreat would only delay an inevitable conflict. One in which they'd now have the upper hand.
There's merit to those words, as much as I hate to admit it. Still, can't he see this is unwise?
It doesn't sit well with me either. We're far from home with our forces divided. Worse, I fear Braddock's bloodlust makes him careless. It puts the men at risk. I'd rather not be delivering grim news to mothers and widows because the Bulldog wanted to prove a point.
Where is the general now?
Rallying the troops.
And then it's on to Fort Duquesne, I assume?
Eventually. The march north will surely take time. There's a copy of the plans in the command tent should you wish to review them.
At least this will be ended soon.
I tried, Jock.
I know, my friend. I know.
That map will surely be of use. I need to find it.
Drop. Just stay down. What? Jesus Christ. That's what. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Did you move any slower? Yeah. Eh, well, take your time. Alright, gotta steal this. Not escaping the fort, not yet. Gotta sabotage the cannons first. Feel so distant now, placed and disconnected. I'm sorry you feel that way. It's not good. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm personally, like, I don't want to say struggling, but not in a really good place either. I'm back to being miserable half the time. I gotta get past those guys. No, but I don't like when my friends feel a certain way, and for that, I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. No, this is mostly work-related stuff. My the psychologist I work with is also offering to help me in whatever way she can. And I said, well, it's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. And kind of endure, which I don't like, but yeah, it's not great. Still not great. See, now the way to get out of here would be where? Do I just continue the path that I was on? Yeah, I guess so. I just go down this path. Because there's only one person here. Seems like the most reasonable course of action. I do know that, and I appreciate it.
What news?
Braddock has left to rally his troops. They're marching on Fort Duquesne. It'll be a while yet till they're ready, which gives us time to form a plan.
No need. Go and gather your allies. I will do the same. I will send word when it is time to strike.
How dare you? Let's get my horse. Stay on the road for easier travel. Are we going to New York? I don't remember. Why, thank you. And no worries, Fergie. Do I run this way? I don't remember. Maybe stay on this road. Oh, fucking hell. Catch me off guard like that, I see. Later, Fergie. Why'd you just stop like that? That was weird. No, I'm sorry I'm asking you to run, but like run. Please. Back into the bar. Five months later, Jesus Christ, we waited a long time.
The cold, cold ground.
Here, here.
Hard at work, I see.
How did you...
It is time. We've set up camp to the north. Meet me there.
Gentlemen, let us away.
To think that they still had this on their mind at all 5 months after. Like, what were they doing in the meantime? 5 months. That's a long time. What were they doing?
First it was too cold. Now it's too goddamn hot.
And humid too. It's a right swamp, I tell you.
To say nothing of the mosquitoes.
Warm weather and bugs are soon to be the least of our worries.
What? You mean the bulldog? Please. We'll be in that one's beef soon enough and on to the next.
Where's your boy Lee gone off to?
Returned to finish out his service under Braddock.
I imagine the bulldog's none too pleased after the stunt we pulled.
Pleased to spin a tale of my incompetence and beg forgiveness. He has a way with words, especially when it comes to flattery. I expect he'll be welcomed back with open arms.
Which would give us a man inside.
Precisely.
Unless you've underestimated our enemy.
If I have, Charles will sense it first and make his escape. He's more clever than you think.
When this is done, I'm taking a week in New York. It's high time I went and saw the sights.
Of empty whiskey bottles and women's breeches, no doubt.
What other kinds of sights is worth seeing?
I see you've been busy.
All these men are from many different tribes, united in their desire to see Braddock sent away. The Abenaki, the Lenape, the Shawnee.
And you? Who do you stand for?
Myself.
What would you have me do?
Will you help the others to prepare? Follow.
Why do you talk so slowly?
They come.
Everything all right, sir? Just savoring the moment. No doubt, many wonder why it is we've pushed so far west. These are wild lands as yet untamed and unsettled. But it shall not always be so. In time, our holdings will no longer suffice. And that day is closer than you think. We must ensure our people have ample room to grow and further prosper. Which means we need more land. The French understand this and endeavor to prevent such growth. They skirt around our territory, erecting forts and forging alliances, awaiting the day they might strangle us with the noose they've built. This must not come to pass. We must sever the cord and send them back. This is why we ride, to offer them one last chance. The French will leave, or they will die.
This was the Battle of Lexington and Concord, right?
To scatter the expedition is not enough. We must ensure that Braddock falls, else he's sure to try again. I'll disguise myself as one of his own and make my way to his side. Your ambush will provide the perfect cover for me to deliver the killing blow.
Because wasn't the Battle of Lexington and Concord...
We await your signal.
Wasn't that between the French and English? I didn't have to do a thing. God, these games are so good, man. So good.
How could anyone call this forest home?
When the French push back, there'll be a lot of opportunities for us up north.
Have served, you mean? Sir, you are grateful to have served.
Jesus.
Edward. Not so fun on the other end of the barrel, is it?
Look out!
Sir.
Where are you off to, Edward?
What am I? What the fuck was I stuck on? A cornflake?
I never took you for a coward, Edward.
Come on, then! Such arrogance. I always knew.
Come on,
it would
George.
Be the end of you. Is the end of you.
Don't. Hurry before he gets away. I said go!
I don't deserve this! You're a hypocrite, Haytham!
I'm sorry, Edward, but you forced my hand.
Why, Haytham?
Your death opens a door. Nothing personal. Well, maybe it is a little personal.
I was gonna say that's a
Bit of
lie.
pain in my ass, after all.
But we are brothers in arms.
Once, perhaps. No longer.
Do you think I've forgotten what you did? All those innocents slaughtered, and for what? It does not engender peace to cut your way to resolution.
Wrong. Whether we applied the sword more liberally and more often, the world would be a better place than it is today.
In this instance, I concur. Farewell, Edward.
It's done.
Now I've upheld my part of the bargain. I expect that you will honor yours.
Follow me.
Very nice. This is where we are in present time.
No. No!
You seem disappointed.
I thought that I held a key that would open something here.
This room is all there is.
I expected more. What do they mean?
It tells the story of Yotzitzizu, who came into their world and shaped it for what life might come. She had a hard journey, fraught with great loss and peril. But she believed in her children and what they might achieve. And though she is long gone from the physical world, her eyes still watch over us. Her ears still hear our words. Her hands still guide us. And her love still gives us strength.
You've shown me great kindness, dear. Thank you. I should go.
This was always, like, awkward. Because then they're never together again. And in fact, one of his men destroys her entire town. Her entire village, I should say. I don't know, man. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. A few days later.
Master Kenway, did you find it then?
It was not the right place.
The others are waiting for you.
It was the right place.
Gentlemen.
The wrong key.
Please, sit. I fear our temple was no more than a painted cave. Although it did contain precursor images and script, which means we are close.
Not close enough, it seems.
We need to redouble our efforts and expand our order and establish a permanent base here. Although the site eludes us, I am confident we will find it.
Truth.
Hear, hear.
Furthermore, I believe it is time we welcome Charles into our fold. He has proven himself a loyal disciple and served unerringly since the day he came to us. He should be able to share in our knowledge and reap all the benefits that such a gift implies. Are any opposed? Very well. Charles, come, stand. Do you swear to uphold the principles of our order and all that for which we stand?
I do.
And never to share our secrets nor divulge the true nature of our work?
I do.
And to do so from now until death, whatever the cost?
I do.
Then we welcome you into our fold, brother. Together, we will usher in the dawn of a new world, one defined by purpose
and order. Give me your hand. You are a Templar. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding
guide us.
Wait, what?
I remember experiencing that for the first time and going, what the fuck? Because they lead you so well into believing you're playing an assassin. It's wild, man. It's wild.
You all saw that, right?
Wow.
Well, indeed. The key must be the amulet Hatham took from London.
We might know what it looks like, but we're no closer to finding it. Desmond, you need to keep going.
Hey, he's your ancestor too. Why don't you hop in the Animus?
Really? That's your response? It's like dealing with a 6-year-old. What is wrong with you, Desmond?
You want to know what's wrong? I'm sick of being treated like I'm not even here. Desmond, do this. Desmond, do that. Desmond, you better figure things out because the sun is going to turn us all to ash. And I know I was really nice to you, but actually I'm just another Templar plot twist. And yes, I would like very much for you to be controlled by a magic space wizard so that you can murder me. So there's your answer. I'm sick of being a goddamn pawn. I thought it might be different with you. I mean, you're my father, but turns out you're no better than the fucking Templars.
Don't you ever equate me to those bastards again. You hear me? Everything I do, everything I have done, has been for you. Maybe I pushed a little too hard, asked a little too much, but try and remember exactly what's at stake here. You need to get it together, kid. We're running out of time.
Right, that was unusual. Well, I'm just going to pretend that this never happened and get back to bringing everyone up to speed on where we stand. The news isn't good. It appears this temple is powered by a collection of, well, I guess they're batteries. You found one on your way in, but there aren't any more, at least not down here.
Any idea on where we can find replacements?
Not yet, so I intend to tiptoe into the Abstergo database. Now, if I can cross-reference these particular devices with their database, then maybe we'll get lucky.
See what you can do.
Obviously. Anyway, Desmond, you can either take a look around here or we can head back to the Animus.
God, man. How good, like, how relevant was a modern day story, dude? It was so relevant.
Lots of different stuff. If you're going into the field, we need a way to keep tabs on you and stay in touch. Hacking into local security systems won't cut it.
Thanks.
For what?
I don't know. Everything. You've sacrificed a lot for me. You and Sean both. I mean, you upgraded the Animus, you helped train me, pulled me out of that coma. You put all that work into the database and helped me solve Clay's puzzles. I know I haven't been the easiest person to work with, and I'm sorry for that. I just want you to know that even if I'm shitty at showing it, I appreciate everything you've done.
You really think we'll finally get some answers down here?
Maybe. Talking to the First Civ has always been a pain in the ass, though.
Imagine what it must be like for them.
What do you mean?
They've been separated from us by tens of thousands of years. A completely different language and culture. Possessed of an intelligence vastly superior to our own. We're lucky they've communicated as much as they have.
I don't know why they had to make this all so complicated. I mean, if they need something from me, they should just come out and say it.
I've been wondering about that myself. I get the sense Juno and Minerva didn't exactly see eye to eye. I'm studying everything I can get my hands on, but maybe you'll find something down here that can shed light on the mystery. What happened between them, and why?
What do you think's behind that door?
No idea.
Do you think it can save us?
The First Civ seemed to think so.
What if it's dangerous?
It's not like we have a lot of alternatives.
Well, we could... I don't know, warn the president?
And what's he gonna do? Who's to say he isn't in bed with Abstergo? Seems everyone is these days.
What if we went to them? To Abstergo, I mean.
I thought about it, actually. Showing them what we've seen, trying to work together. They must know so much more than we do, but...
What is it?
It's possible they know exactly what's going to happen. That they want it to happen. I mean, for all we know, they're hiding out in bunkers right now, waiting for the world to end. And then, when it's all over, out they come. Ready to take control.
God, I hope you're wrong.
So do I, Rebecca. So do I.
All right, I should be getting back to work.
Was it because I was over here? Yeah, she shows up.
Yes? Just thought I'd, say hi.
You have more important things to do right now.
Jesus, Dad.
What? What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Hi, son. How are you? What have you been up to?
I know what you've been up to. Nothing. You wasted away in some shitty apartment with a pointless job, while the rest of us were out there fighting to make a difference.
You are such an asshole. Are you thinking about hitting me again? Because this time, I will hit back.
Let's just get back to work, okay?
Yeah, fine by me. It's a good thing you turn into a good person after all this. I only have to die.
Would you look at that?
What is it?
If I had to guess, I would say it's a counter. And judging from the iconography, I think it's safe to say when that's emptied, the end begins.
I was waiting for the frames to balance out again. What was it with OBS, man?
Hello, Desmond. How's things?
Same old. Another day, another ancestor.
Who'd have thought you'd have a Templar in your family tree?
I think he started out as an assassin. They must have turned him.
Right you are, in fact. I've been reviewing our archives, and it appears that Haytham's father was indeed an assassin, which means he was likely one too, at least for a little while.
What else did you find?
That fella from the opera, Reginald Birch, Grand Master of the London chapter of Templars, he and Haytham's father, a man named Edward, well, they were long-time rivals. Now, it appears Birch got his hands on Haytham at a rather young age, worked his wiles to convince Haytham to switch sides. Wonder how he did it. I'll see if I can't dig up more.
It's because Edward never told Haytham what he was or what he was raising him to be.
Honest answer, please, Desmond. Do you think we're getting out of this alive?
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty tall order. If the first Civ couldn't save the world, how the hell are we supposed to swing it?
We have some time.
We have less than 2 months. They had decades and a lot more resources. And the worst part is we knew this was coming for, what, hundreds of years?
History repeats, it seems. The first Civ was so busy with their war against us, no one even noticed what was happening. We get advance warning and then fall to fighting with the Templars. Lovely.
Hopefully, whatever's behind that door will make a difference.
And if it doesn't, well, at least we tried. Back to work I go. You should consider doing the same.
All right, we're gonna go look around.
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor, and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
The idea was to build towers to repel the cataclysmic explosion. And this was one of the towers, I believe.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world, we lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A 1/6, an 1/8, a 10th, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
I don't think there was anything here, right? Don't you jump down now, Desmond. We gotta go up here, was it? We gotta go across the gap. I always found this part to be confusing because I always forgot where to go. I want to say it's like up here or something. But like they send you over here. To do what? I think this is a door that opens or something. I don't remember. I always forget this part. Is it down over here? No. Yeah, because you can come down here again and go through this whole process. And he doesn't want to grab onto that? Really? No, I don't remember. Is there... I think I have to wait for something to open up, or maybe there was something at that table that ends up showing up, but like I feel like there was something at this table. Yeah, I get a little key, something goes in there, and then the rest of it opens up. I'm pretty certain. I am pretty certain that is how that works. Come over this way, and then this door opens. Because I don't think... Because there's nothing over here. Yeah. Damn. Alright, she's essentially telling me I need to go back in. I don't want to quite do that yet. I'm sorry. What? It won't let me up in there. And don't worry, I can't see a goddamn thing either. I'm just as blind. I think that door opens up too. I don't think there's anything I can do yet except experience those two bits of story. I'm pretty certain. So let's go into the emails real quick. There we go. Received messages. Okay, start here. Rebecca Crane. Hey yo, had a little bit of downtime while you were gone, so figured I'd do what I could to upgrade the operating system. It's actually been ready for a little while now, but with the Animus in safe mode, I wasn't about to try an installation. Things I did. Actually, it should be we, since I had a few people in the other cells chip in. Modifications to the targeting system. You should be able to move in and out of combat more easily. Free running improvements. You're less likely to jump at the wrong time in the wrong direction. Only one input for interacting with the world. No more choosing between parts of your ancestor's body. You can assassinate while moving now. Definitely try it out ASAP. You can pick up weapons on the go as well. We implemented a weather system. Rain, snow, wind, it's all there. Animals. Enough said. Faster fast travel. Just open your map and you can instantly travel to any unblocked or unlocked fast travel station. Revamp the map. It now provides lots of additional information, and you've got more control over what it shows. There's a ton of other stuff, but your dad is yelling at me to get back to work, so I'd better wrap this up. I'll hit you up on the other side as you come across new features. First of all, welcome back. It's good to see you fully recovered. Can't imagine what it was like for you trapped in there. If you ever want to chat about it, just let me know. Anyway, you'll find the database essentially unchanged aside from a few cosmetic upgrades. As before, you'll receive a notification when I've added a new entry. I'll also let you know if any of the entries are updated, as is often the case when dealing with these conspiratorial ancestors of yours. I know it's easy to get distracted while inside the Animus, but I'm hoping everyone can stay focused here. We need to find that key as soon as possible. Also, do not go exploring the temple without first clearing it with me, and carry your headsets with you at all times. Can't afford to lose anyone because curiosity got the better of them. We're short-handed as it is. We've got a visitor down here. It's Juno. She's been appearing every now and then. Sort of flits through the air. Reminds us to guard you well. Find the key, blah blah, and then poof, disappears. At first we thought it was just another holographic recording. But then your father called her some rather choice words, and she glared at him. Honest, swiveled those eyes in the direction and frowned. Creeped me out. I don't know if she's reaching out to us from the past, if some part of her is actually still conscious, or if maybe she's inside the apple, like some evil genie. Whatever it is, gives me the creeps. On that note, happy Halloween! Though I suppose Hatham's amulet is technically a piece of Eden, it's not particularly exciting. It functions as a key, and, well, that's about it. I know, we're all used to these things being incredibly powerful, and thus rather dangerous. But this one is neither. It is weird. I'm disappointed? That said, it's still critical to our mission, so I suppose that counts for something. Good Lord, Rebecca. With all the fixes and updates and improvements you've supposedly put into this research software revision, one would think you would have had the decency to include a British English dictionary in the spell checker. Some of us prefer to use proper language when corresponding. The database keeps trying to replace the letters S with Z in certain words. And it's declared war on the letter U as well. Realize becomes realize, and color becomes color. Wrong. It's all rather ethnocentric, if you ask me. Also, quite against the principles of the Assassin's Brotherhood, last I checked. And here, I thought we were meant to be an all-inclusive bunch. Just a quick heads up, replying to email chains would no longer return multiple instances of the word re should cut down on subject length considerably. Are you sure about that? See above. Haha, very funny, Sean. Focus, please. Hey there, Desmond. As you'll see from the data of this email, you've been Animus for a few days now, but don't worry. I've been staying on top of your vitals. Not even a blip. So it looks like extending the sessions won't be a problem. Whatever happened between you and 16 seems to have increased your tolerance. The Animus keeps you in a resting state, which takes care of fatigue. And your memories are vivid enough, we're actually seeing micro movements in their muscles, which means no atrophy issues either. Still, we'll be bringing you out for breaks just to stay on the safe side. Makes sense. Mission replay? Don't have that yet, I guess. Okay, let's go back in real quick. Now, this is a sick Animus, too. But it ain't no bed.
All right, here goes.
And he's got to lie on a rock. Who wants to do that?
Undan nizero het stanyo. Awira awa unte yardo jadagu. Tone warda nagarade. Desajero nero niha. Nekti yate huwayat na kera. Azekante jajerda oni. Nekti ya otena degari wastakwe. Agungwe da sun a wahuan nordunque ziniot nesagodea ogun'a. Zewajerda sriat dizax ne Hatham. Raganero quaque unte zinito guenyo. Nek zi ohondo yo hawitu yat de haganeraque. Zinuer o joqua templar alguego tadinero darhox. Ne on ha at get sarnis. Di got get soon early on a higun sagandanu agat gato di ne sagar scarnex.
I love how they got the authentic language.
Is it one day star?
Onisa Jerdha.
Ya Otana Gwanek Gwanek.
Radunagedu, the what Richirunyana, Runajugedu another Ratu than Yokodunis.
How was? Nexi dosa easy nakahonda di yahaze.
Yeah.
Di jono wat stage. Gariwes wat gano harenu tigo yorunya zawadah kwanya sua. Gana squaxor na Johnny. Di zohak ohondo dinyori ang garah kwatne.
Hi, Star.
Hi, Star. Zaga the dirty wasta. Zazah Dandi. Uh-oh, wah Zazah Dandi.
The what the dot ngura the wax ogma. The dosa ya daizo handi ya.
Toga nuam zede wakide.
Gundi Gawana Oguaho Yaga Gundi Nagere Gaa Tony Guna Stinio Ne Okwari.
Danane Radiatine Kera. Nungue, Lunsa Nage, de what Tirat Gawas. Wagari Warge, di ot Stara, Ganatanyadu, the Nagare.
Energy that had. Onatahaya Yedawawe. When I heard the what Garitsa Dunyane.
Yogoda Setuga.
Easy peasy.
Zora Gohadu. Easy does it
Aska Degani Asa Gayeri. Aska Dewat Nyawe.
All right. Analyze the clues. One went to the left, one went straight, one went to the right. Gotcha.
Oh, Okne de yung kuhare te dana say Juni jo kore Okta Iwes.
Don't start pretending to scream there's a bear. One went left, one went right.
I teased it, that's it, doom in the body. Wagariwa yewas on nayawat ne daga jidawah tandi. Doni gariwas isere ahona dasa dohage. I tisere dasa dunge no gadi.
I found this one.
Oh, akne de yung kahare te dana te juni jo kore akta iwas.
Waguya that sorry.
Nia di sa deriander dafa.
Neam ha ade wagadarianda seria ginue oya askada setana.
Awad daga dawayo ka winesira.
Gotta get this one here.
Yahta kweni on the gesta kwe di washada sorry.
Oh, he's like literally right there.
This is our yonder negigo.
Ay dawa zaka ne akta su anana adawat karit sirunyasi.
Jidawat karit siruni.
Isaiah Hezayatewe.
Aska, Degini, Asa, Gayerdi, Whisk, Yayak, Zada, Sadegu, Jotu, Oyerdi, Oskiwarte, Degniwarte, Asa Yuarte, Gayerdi Yuarte, Whisk Yuarte, Yayak Yuarte, Zada Yuarte, Sadegu Yuarte.
Yeah, we're going so far out. This is not good.
What have we here?
You look familiar. Where have I seen you before? That wasn't very nice.
Let me go!
Listen to that. He knows English.
Small for a savage.
More spirited too.
We have questions for your elders. Only tell us where your village is, boy, and you can go.
Best do as he asks, child.
I could snap your neck, you know. A little more pressure, and pop. The sad little flame of your life extinguished. You are a nothing, a speck of dust. You and all your ilk, living in the dirt like animals, oblivious to the true ways of the world. The wiser among you recognize the shape of the future. They throw themselves at our feet and beg mercy. But not you, it seems. No. You cling desperately to your ways, too ignorant to know your folly. But I am not unkind. And so I spare you, that you may carry word to your people. Let them know the sooner we are given what we seek, the sooner you can return to your pathetic, empty lives. A fair trade, is it not?
What is your name?
Charles Lee. Why do you ask?
So I can find you.
I look forward to it.
Crazy, dude. Told you that he goes bad, man. I already see my place is on fire. Sorry if you hear my dogs.
Yeah! Got no it.
Radun Hagedo! Kohno Gwadi!
Doge!
I don't know how I get around. So can't go that way. Oh. Straight around the back.
Radun Hagedo!
Dogoyena was! Koiges! Atu yanaratne!
Yahta! John! Onak ti on Sadego! Onak!
Jaatik andene!
Zodi on Naga ona! Zet Sotstek! Radun Hagedo! Onak ti on Zartni Gunra Zartni Duhage!
Dodek!
On Sedek! Toga Zun Haak! On Sesege! Nekti Zaderi Ondarak! Dinawe! Andini Kwe Gunhage!
Ja! Zadoriska! Da Kwatka! Da Gerihu! Akenyaga!
Ulurumpa!
Bastards.
Oh, Naga Isa. Yatta wa gani gon roni. Segunda kena quase wahi.
Well, it is almost midnight. I am going to end it here. Very spineless stuff, man. Very spineless stuff. Like they dress up the Templars to make them appear very kind, very like diplomatic, and they are nothing of the sort, particularly in this circumstance. They lead you to believe that you're part of the assassins or whatever at the beginning, and you find out that you are not. And this is the true tyranny of the Templars. However, the assassins prove to be very similar in some regard, particularly in Rogue, which takes place after this, if my memory serves. So yeah, great game, great storytelling. I like how they have you start out as his father, and then you're led to believe you're an assassin and all this other stuff. And yeah, just wait till you see the story progress. It's a good one. I think it's completely underrated, but that's gonna be it for me. We're gonna end here. I'm not even gonna put my screen up. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the subscribes and all that other stuff. Be sure to tune in next time. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably doing more of this. We shall see. Unless I'm feeling Rise of the Ronin, and then I'll do that. But